Hello and welcome to this explainer. I am so pumped to have you here. Okay, let's just dive right in, because today we are going to completely dismantle this toxic picture society has painted for us about what it actually means to be tough. We're cutting through all that noise to redefine the framing and uncover what real, focused resilience actually looks like.
So I want you to look at the screen right now and honestly ask yourself this. When you try to visualize a mentally strong person, what is the exact image that pops into your head? For most of us, we've been conditioned to picture, someone totally stone-faced, someone who hides their feelings or just grits their teeth through pain without making a single sound. We equate strength with this heavy, impenetrable armor. But what if I told you that entire mental picture is completely backwards?
It's wild when you actually see it laid out like this. On the left side of the frame, we have the myth. Acting tough, bearing your emotions. It's rigid, it's exhausting. But look over on the right. That is the reality. True mental strength is actually the ability to stay calm, perfectly focused, and completely unshaken, no matter what life throws at you. True strength isn't about blinding yourself to the world. It's about keeping your focus razor sharp while the storm rages around you.
And that perfectly tees up our very first pillar. Section 1, Mastering Your Inner World.
A mentally strong person understands one singular, absolute truth. Your greatest power comes from within. Listen, mentally strong people aren't robots. They absolutely feel their emotions, and honestly, sometimes they feel them very deeply. But the kicker here, they don't let those emotions drive the car. They feel the anger, the sadness, the frustration, but they use their internal focus to act with pure intention, rather than just lashing out on impulse.
Okay, we literally need to pause here for a second because this is huge. So many of us forget this. Asking for help is not weakness, it's wisdom. It takes so much internal fortitude to just put your hands up and say, hey, I don't have all the answers. Reaching out isn't a crack in your armor. Actually, scratch that. It's a massive, beautiful sign of a secure inner world. And here is exactly how they manage that internal dialogue. It's like a mental filter. First, they actively question their negative thoughts. They absolutely refuse to just blindly believe every fear that pops into their head. Next, they ruthlessly focus only on what they can control. And finally, and yeah, this is usually the hardest part, they just let go of what they can't. It's a clean, systematic way to keep the picture inside your mind crystal clear.
So now that we've cleared out the internal clutter, let's zoom out to Section 2, Protecting Peace and Energy.
If you want to protect your peace, you have to set boundaries and say no, period. And remember, no is a complete sentence. No commas, no long apologies needed. Saying no isn't being mean, it's literally a structural necessity if you want a peaceful life. You simply cannot maintain your strength if you let everyone and everything constantly drain your battery.
But protecting your peace isn't just about building walls, right? It's also about the lens through which you view other people. Strong individuals celebrate others' success without a single drop of jealousy. They are humble enough to completely overhaul their opinions when they're presented with new facts, and this is vital. They forgive. Not because the other person necessarily deserves a pass, but because they deserve peace. Holding on to a grudge is basically carrying around a heavy, chaotic distraction in your mind.
Because at the end of the day, energy is a highly finite resource. You have to protect it carefully and choose incredibly wisely where you focus your time and attention. Think of it like a strict budget. If you blow all your energy on meaningless drama, you're going to be completely bankrupt when it's time to face the stuff that actually matters.
Okay, let's keep this momentum going. Section 3, Embracing Growth and Rest.
Mentally strong people never let themselves stay trapped in a mistake. They literally visualize failure as a ladder. Step 1, you make a mistake. Step 2, you learn from it. Step 3, you grow. And Step 4, you move forward. See, failure isn't this permanent, fatal state. It's literally just the first step in a very simple 4-step process.
I want you to just absorb this for a second. Rest is not laziness. Rest is part of growth. In a society that is constantly screaming at us to hustle 24/7, choosing to step back, unplug, and recover, that is an act of sheer mental strength. You cannot possibly grow if you are always running on empty.
And once they're rested, strong people go on the offensive. They willingly step outside their comfort zones to face difficult challenges because they know, for a fact, that real growth never happens where it's cozy. And here is the real hallmark of their character. Even when the picture gets unbelievably dark, they remain intensely grateful for what they still have. Gratitude is the absolute anchor that stops them from drifting into despair.
So how do we keep all of this going?
That brings us to our final pillar, Section 4, Training the Mind Daily.
If you take away anything today, please let it be this. Mental strength is not some fixed genetic lottery that you either win or lose. It is absolutely not built overnight. It's a muscle. And just like any muscle, you have to train it every single day. The calm, the sharp focus, the boundaries, the gratitude, these are active daily habits. They are not passive states of being. So here is your ultimate blueprint, pulling all this fierce energy together. 1. Train your mind daily by challenging those negative thoughts and finding gratitude. 2. Fiercely protect your peace by guarding your energy and saying no. And 3. Never ever allow the world to shake who you are. The chaos is going to swirl around you for sure, but you remain the calm, focused center of the frame.
And that brings us to the end. The tools are all laid out for you, the old myths have been totally busted, and we've painted a brand new picture of what true inner power looks like. So there is really only one question left. What will you do to train your mind today? Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. I really hope it empowered you to protect your energy and embrace your true strength. Until next time, stay calm, stay focused, and keep growing.